What's up, fam? We are a fourth of the way through with the Bad Batch, and I have to talk about Wave 2 of the High Republic. Ready up.
Ready up. My destiny.
Not sure if y'all can see, but I got my Funko Pops there. I got Ahsoka. Not focusing. Let's go. Okay, one more. Two more. Okay. I had to get him. I had to. All right, enough messing around. Let's talk about the Bad Batch, fam. Yo, can you tell me about the familiarity that you're feeling with the storytelling? Does it not give off Mandalorian vibes? And what I mean by that is, like, it starts off with a really hard, totally gets you in your seat with the openings, right? We had a 70-minute opening for the Bad Batch, and I think we had a 56-minute opening for the season 2 Mandalorian, and I think maybe like 40 minutes or 38 minutes for the first season. Really like sets the tone, really shows you the preview, the potential for these shows. And then after that, it just kind of calms down. Tell you these like B or subplot stories, and that it's not filler to me because each story, each episode tells you something important. You know, it talks about whether or not what is Omega. It talks about the inhibitor chips. It's like setting up everything. And throughout these couple episodes, you know, we have Wrecker. I have no idea what's going to happen to Wrecker, and it's really setting him up for a major tragedy, just a total disaster. A lot of people feel like they're going to save Wrecker. I'm not sure. The one lingering question that I continuously have when I watch the show is, what is the fate of the Bad Batch and Omega? I don't see him in the movies. That is the scary question. And then you see something like Wrecker happen, you see something like Crosshair happen with his inhibitor chip. Every single one of those Bad Batch members has one, and they have yet to do anything about it, including with someone as intelligent as Echo in tech. This episode was so good because it kind of shows you about the communication with this team, and it's just like, oh, well, that would have been great information to relay. Well, yeah, that's the thing, and we're on the 5th episode now, and none of you have done anything about the most important thing that's happening. We'll see what happens with the inhibitor chips, but I'm really nervous about all this, okay? One thing I love, though, is just the consistency of the show. Every single episode has something fun and some type of action. And Omega just continuously just grows on me. Like, I can't not like Omega. In fact, I can't not love Omega. And she's not a useless character, because a lot of times with these kid characters, they really get in the way. They really like bring damage, or they bring down a team. But Omega practically bailed out the Bad Batch in this episode. And every single episode, I'm starting to feel like she isn't really force sensitive. She just has this type of characteristics or attributes of all the Bad Batch characters. She's very clever on her feet. She picks up weapons. She can use things. Very intuitive. She's been very intuitive from day one. So I'm not sure if that really is a force sensitive thing, or if she just gets things. Man, I love this character. I'm terrified for Wrecker. I really have no idea what's gonna happen in the future, and that is what makes me love the show, because every single episode, I'm like, all right, here we go. We're finally gonna get our overreaching arc that's gonna be 2 episodes. No, we did not. I actually think that's gonna happen in episodes 7 and 8, but we'll have to wait and see. So we have like, what, 1 more episode until that happens? So we'll see what's going on, fam. I can't wait, and I'm super excited for Bad Batch, because the direction of the show, I feel like, is a direct influence from Dave Filoni, learning from Jon Favreau, and it's only making the animation better. Let's go. Let's talk about Wave 2 of the High Republic. Fam, I cannot tell you how excited I am for the High Republic Wave 2. I'm a little jealous of all my peers and friends who, of course, have the review copies, but you know what? I'm not there yet. I'm not special enough, but we'll get there, okay? The thing is this is probably some of the greatest collaboration of storytelling for Star Wars that I've honestly seen in recent history. There is so much production quality. There is so much effort from multiple writers, continuously world building for Star Wars. If you haven't read any of the High Republic yet, and you don't want to dip into like the comics and everything, you at the very least have to read The Light of the Jedi. It is the first main book. It kicks off everything. And I feel like you're really missing out one of the best Star Wars books ever. Or at the very least, if someone is going around telling you not to read this book, I'm not sure if this person has read it yet. Because everyone that I've seen, even with channels that I feel like aren't really interested in a lot of the new Star Wars, like Thor Skywalker, or someone that is just straight up facts, like Star Wars only, they had nothing to say. They had nothing bad to say really about it. They enjoyed the book. They really did like it. I can say though that some of the other books are not necessary reading. You don't really need to know. They're kind of like infrastructures based to introduce characters or enhance the main plot. But other than that, there's just so many characters. It's such a diverse amount of characters, and I'm not just talking about like species, but also like lightsaber hills. Oh gosh, you should have seen the beautiful way they describe these lightsabers. I have to show you. Like they went in and into all this in depth about the intricateness of the lightsabers and how they are in the hilts, and oh gosh, it was literally like Star Wars art. I cannot even speak in actual words to tell you how incredible this was, to see how much painstaking, meticulous detail went into these characters and their creation, not only for their appearance, but of their craft and lightsabers, their powers, their force abilities and things like that, and just the role they're playing, which is why I'm so excited for Ty Yorrick and Kevin Scott novels, because Kevin Scott is making the kind of like the sequel to The Light of the Jedi, which is going to be The Rising Storm, which is going to be the second most important book to read in this entire wave of the High Republic. And that's coming out soon. I'm probably going to do a review on it. I probably will talk about it on my podcast, so be ready for that. But there's so many characters like Avarkris, Elzin Man, there's Loden Greystorm, who we really don't have any idea what happened to him at the end of the books, Stellan Gil Skier, who is so cool, man. And there's so many more. There's literally a list. There's probably about 30 or 40 Jedi and characters that are into this entire timeline and topic for Star Wars, and you're really missing out. You're really missing out, and you absolutely should, at the very least, watch a review or something on it, because this is good Star Wars, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better, and I implore you, please go read Light of the Jedi. Get ready for Wave 2, all right, fam? Because there's only so much Star Wars that you can miss, and I feel like this is not something that you can afford to. Thanks so much for coming out. My podcast is up every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, available anywhere. It's cool for me to say. It makes me feel important. But yeah, fam, we'll get there slowly but surely. We'll get this community going. And, we'll talk some Star Wars, all right? Thanks, fam. I appreciate it. Apprentices and acolytes. Deuces.